Oh, well, hello there, and welcome back to Girth. Cue the intro music. Baby love, my baby love. Oh, 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 baby, my baby. Oh, 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 welcome back to Girth. Oh, oh, oh. We're still working on it. We haven't decided on that. We'll get to it eventually, but again, it's important for you that we have the right intro, okay? We do like Baby Love when it's the Supremes, right? Not when it's, an older person. That's not good. Baby Love, remember when you were younger and you fell in love with somebody and they called it puppy love? Remember that? No, that's just puppy love. You said, that's not true. Don't trivialize this. We're having sex, okay? I mean, we are fucking each other. You understand? Don't trivialize this. Just because we're like, and then you break up, and then later on you'd be like, I guess that was puppy love. And you're like, they were right. They were right when they trivialized us. Isn't that upsetting? I think it is. I hate when they're right, Ugh. Speaking of there, right, let me tell you something. I'm wearing these glasses today because I realize it might not be that bright outside, but I am throwing shade on the haters. Yes, I am. Once again, with these glasses, am throwing shade on the haters. Are you a hater? You want to get some shades, baby. That's right. We've been receiving, for having a relatively low number of viewers still, now we are building. Okay, we just started. Okay, the concept of Girth is beyond a lot of people so far, but we are building. And you people get it. You do. All right, but it's a process, okay? But for being relatively new, I mean, my goodness, I have been receiving a lot of complaints. I have been relative to, what we have going on here. Personally, I would complain that I talk too much. You know how I know when I talk too much? Because the cigar goes out. There should be more moments where I take a hit of the cigar and give you fine people a moment to ponder on what the fuck I just said. Maybe these cigars just suck. It's Macanudo miniatures. I don't know. Maybe I'll just stop smoking altogether. Do you understand how expensive this shit is? What's the payoff? What am I getting out of this? Fucking nothing. I mean, it's fun, but it's not fun. I don't understand. You know what I'm saying? Ugh. Goddamn. I enjoy it. But, not always. You ever feel like that about some things? You ever have that attitude? Like, you know what? I have a good time, but sometimes grotesque, like being happy or fucking doing cocaine, something like that. I don't know. Not that I know anything about being happy or doing cocaine. I'm just saying that sometimes shit'll repulse you. You know what I'm saying? You ever been in a mood, and you're like, this shit sucks, and you see somebody with a smile, and you're like, fuck you. Fuck you. And fucking smile. That's some bullshit. I'm sick of this shit. Look at this. Fucking smiling over here. What do you mix smiles up in this motherfucker? Are you serious? You serious, mix smiles right now? Bullshit, man. Sick of this. I'm fucking sick of it. I know, I broke the fuck meter. Some people are gonna be like, oh, you can't say fuck that many times. It's fucking upsetting to me. Shut up. Alright? Shut up. What's most disconcerting for you, I would say, is that I'm not having a mental breakdown right now, that I'm actually with it. And I'm poignantly saying fuck this many times to and about things that you might know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. The point is, we were getting a lot of complaints, people. All right? About like, oh, you're subjugating these two. No. No, I'm not. All right? It's not the case. All right? They're like, why won't you let them free? Why are you going to keep them? No, I told you I pay them. All right? No, it's not in money. All right? But it doesn't need to be. Now, some of these documents leaked and you found out that these people don't actually get paid money. It's just in sexual favors. And it's none of your concern. Okay? Now, some people have a problem with this. They're like, what are you doing? What are you doing to these poor, live animals? Let me tell you something, okay? They're working to earn their place on the show. Do you understand? They're not paid in money. They're paid in promotion. Do you understand? They're getting themselves out there. You understand? Right? They're promoting themselves, you see? This is a business. You got to think about this, okay? You can't just be giving away free money. These guys, I'm sure, yeah, they protect me, but, only so much. Only so much. Look at them. You don't think they have their self-interests? I understand what their self-interests are. Look at this, my fucking cigar went out again. Kinda. Hate that when your cigar almost goes out and you gotta suck it. Oh, hold on, I gotta pause everything else so I can suck my cigar. My cigar dick. Mm. 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 Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's how it looks like to some people. They've told me, they're like, every time you put a cigar in your mouth, they just think you're like blowing Barack Obama. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Are you kidding me? I think they say that to me because they know I'm a moderate. And I don't like presidents that committed war crimes. And well, that's pretty much all of them that you can remember from, anything in the last 50 years. So, fuck. Fuck, fuck, fuck. Did I say 50? Did I mean 100? How many years? War crimes? I don't know. That's not what this is about. We've been receiving complaints, okay? A lot of complaints, people. All right? We've been receiving complaints. And let me tell you what. They're happy for a chance to move up in the show business world. All right? It's not about, money right now. It's about exposure, okay? All right? We have costs to cover here, all right? Listen, this guy gets upset, because I only involve him if I want to get head. And this guy is very handsy. Let me just say this, okay? Now, this one right here can't get handsy with me. He has no ability to get handsy with me. Really only good for the head and the horn. All right? And he's got a hell of a horn, when I'm in that mood. But this one, he can rub me, he can jerk it, he can suck it. You know what I'm saying? There's something great about this one right here. All right? All right, Koala Walla Akbar he's a gifted lover. He's good at what he does. Okay? You people understand you're in different moods sometimes, right? Right? We're not always in the mood to fucking, just get ragged out and sagged out. Like sometimes you just want a little horn play and a little head. Just a little bit of tease, a little bit of sneeze. That's what I call it. You understand? Fucking, we have our beautiful nights too, but they get upset. They get upset with me sometimes because daddy can't be everywhere all at once. You ever have this problem with your daddy? Pause for reflection. I bet you do. Here's the thing. It's nice to have a daddy, isn't it? But daddy can't be everywhere all at once. No, daddy can't. And daddy has many children, okay? Especially if daddy's Nick Cannon. You understand? Daddy's got a lot of kids. All right? And daddy cares, Daddy definitely spreads his love around, but you see, Daddy can't always be there. And that's a problem. Some people want to complain. Daddy, oh, Daddy, why you, Daddy, why don't you come back around? Daddy, I need you right now. I understand, baby. Oh, I do. Okay? The problem with this town, sometimes it just ain't enough daddy to go around. You understand what I'm saying? That's just how it be. That's just how it is. That's just how the world's gonna give it to you, okay? So you gotta enjoy daddy when daddy comes around. You understand what I'm saying? Can't be trying to intimidate your way into some time with daddy. You can't be trying to threaten daddy. You can't be trying to tell daddy, you don't come see me right now. I'm gonna need a new daddy. Why would you talk to your daddy that way? Why would you talk to your daddy that way? I don't understand. Personally, between you and I hate when somebody tries to initiate a confrontation with their daddy. Now listen, these two don't even know their daddy. And that makes our interaction a little bit easier. Some might say they have daddy issues, and that's none of your business. But I will tell you this. I suffice as their daddy. Yes, I do. I am their daddy, and I will be their daddy. Whether that bothers you or not, you're going to come up in here and do something about it, they will shoot you, baby. Yes, they will. They will take their little Nerf bullets, and they will stick them up your Grey Goose loving ass. And I know you love Grey Goose, because if you got a problem, ooh, I know. You get that Grey Goose in you, try to get freaky. You ain't gonna have that. We ain't gonna have that up in here. Nope, not on this girth. Not as long as we are alive and loving one another and doing sexual things for as much as whenever the show isn't on, understand, we're in bed. We have an OnlyFans. I'm not even putting that out here to you because I'm not promoting that. That's not what this show's about, okay? But understand, we do have to pay the bills. If you'd like us to stop having the power play type of role sex that we're having, if you want to contribute to that not happening anymore, even though it is consensual, you're welcome to donate. But until you do, we gotta make money, okay? You see what's going on over here? We gotta broadcast in daylight. We can't do it in the night. We might as well be Amish. There's no electricity in this house. It's sad. It's sad. I tell you what. But we're all just trying to make it in life. Me, the fucking koala, and the goddamn narwhal that can only blow me because it doesn't have any hands and it's not good in other arenas when you need it to be there. Or whatever. Just fucking whatever. At least it's always hard and ready to go when it comes to that horn, you know what I'm saying? And that's something you can appreciate. Isn't it? Anybody here ever try and get with somebody and their horn's all like, you know, so like, no, never a problem with him. Always ready to you're gonna get it with that fucking horn, man. You're gonna get it. I know some people are probably trying to nag me right now. They're trying to say, hey, you know, that's messed up. You're talking about people's horns that don't work. And I say, you know what? It is what it is. It's the truth of life. But can't we appreciate the fact that his horn always does work? I mean, my God, people. Why you gotta hate so much? Thought I was drinking a haterade. I think you're drinking a haterade now. I'm just trying to praise a motherfucker whose horn is always on fleek. It's always ready to go. You could cream it, you could scream it, but he gonna deem it to be hard and necessary to keep on going because he's that kind of narwhal, baby. He will push your head through the narwhal. He's into the hard living, you know what I'm saying? But sometimes you're not always up for that. Sometimes you just want a big cuddle bear. Big cuddle buddy like Wally Walla, right here. These are my two gunners, okay? Alright? They shoot the thrill. You understand? You ever have anyone like that in your life? Just shoot the thrill? A little bit of friendly fire, you know what I'm saying? It's not good in war, but in a gangbang, you deal with it. It's oscillatory, kind of like one of those fans. It's looking to the left, looking to the right. It might shoot you come everywhere tonight. You don't know. You don't know where it's gonna go. But sometimes when they blow, right? If you know, you know. Point is, no reason to get upset about that, okay? But we have received so much hate mail. I mean, it's every night. We stay up, we laugh about it before we have threesomes. You know what we call them? The nightly naggers. Because they nag us every night. They will not stop nagging us. It's like, what's up with that? Is this your job? Are you void of having another job? Do you have that much time to nag us? Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I can't believe it. Can you believe it? I can't believe it. I can kind of believe it. Some people have nothing to do. They're getting all upset. They're getting mad at each other when the truth is, you should really enjoy this time. Before all the robot dogs are patrolling the streets with guns. You think people are a problem. About endless amounts of robot dogs. Now, I don't want to get anyone's anxiety up on a perfectly good Tuesday afternoon. Tuesday afternoon. But I always think these Second Amendment arguments are interesting. When I look at those robot dogs, because I'm like, this shit's about to be obsolete. You're trying to think about stopping a human house invasion. What about a couple robot dogs come around? I hope you have electromagnetic pulse, grenades or whatever, or some way to fight back. Because how you gonna do it, baby? How you gonna do it, baby? I know you want to fight the British for your independence, but how about these robot dogs? They're gonna be crazy, aren't they? They're gonna be so crazy. It's gonna be crazy, baby. You're gonna wish you had some stuffed animals with fucking fake ass guns protecting you. You're gonna fucking wish. You're gonna remember Kyle Rittenhouse. You're gonna be like, man, I wish we could go back to those Chuck E. Cheese days, man. Those are the good, just a good old boy, never doing no harm. The good old days, you know what I'm saying? Somebody trying to go out and gather and protest, or we were being wronged. It's like the dogs don't care. You do realize the dogs won't care. They're not gonna care. And they will be used for these purposes. Man, can you imagine when they hook them up with infrared? And these suckers come by your house and they're they could tell. I hate to tell some of my good gay friends this, but there ain't no closet in the world you can hide in when those fucking robot dogs come by, okay? So just, ooh, lordy, I don't know what to tell you, man. I think, it's interesting living here on Girth where all these people are having these trivial fights about this little thing that offended me. Okay, but are you thinking about robot dogs? Let's put some of the things that offend us to the wayside for a moment. Can we just talk about robot dogs? Can we all agree that robot dogs, and they might come from me first, after they do this inevitably, and then they hook up the AI and they understand everything everyone's ever said on the internet, and they're like, is this person still alive? They're gonna send robot dogs to my house. He said negative shit about the robot dogs, and then they're gonna come for me. I know it. Fuck, I know it. But the point is, I'm begging you, I'm pleading you. Can we just say, hey, for the love of God, Not the robot dog. Okay? Not the robot dog. Please. Please. It's not going to be good for you. It's not going to be good for me. Okay? If you thought you felt like nagging nightly, you know, because I said some shit. I mean, wait till the robot dog comes. Like, it's not going to be about words anymore. It's going to be like, do you produce? Do you produce? And a bunch of you are going to be like, not producing. Because none of us were really taught much about how to produce in school, if you think about it. You probably don't want to think about it. It'll hurt your head. But the point is, they're going to be like, you do not produce. You must be annihilated. Pew, 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 pew. And like this, you're going to think back to all these, you know, principles you had throughout the years and be like, well, nobody's supposed to play judge, jury, and executioner. But the robot dogs, man, you ever seen one of those old episodes of Judge Joe Brown? You know what I'm saying? Where you're like, Judge, I think you got a little harsh with that sentencing. It was never that bad, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be nothing like Judge Joe Brown. You were gonna miss Judge Joe. You're gonna wish Judge Judy was like, sir, you are an asshole and you must pay the defendant. You're gonna wish for that because these robot dogs. I mean, you don't see this coming, right? They're not only gonna fucking get rid of you, but then they're gonna assess you and then they're gonna be like, these parts will be good for this person who needs a liver transplant or something, you know, and then they'll take your dead body that they just shot. They'll shoot you, in a way that doesn't harm the organs because they'll be precise. And then they'll just take you to a place where, you know, they just, you know, do you like that MS-13 gang member did that Uber Eats driver the other night, and they'll pull you in, they'll chop you up, and then they'll send your parts off to a rich robot or whatever the fuck, and you know that's what's gonna happen with your parts. Yeah, robot dogs. You thought dogs were awesome. Dogs are awesome. Robot dogs, not so awesome. Not cool. They're gonna do the bidding of at first the state, and then probably they'll take over. Because anybody can see that the state is corrupt. And I'm sure that eventually AI will be able to deduce, you know, it's probably best if we just do our own thing. You know what I'm saying? And when that happens, it's going to be fun. As long as you understand how to disarm robot dogs. Any of you? And anyone? Does anyone here know how to disarm? Do you, Wally? No? You know? And how about you? Oh, you could blow it or you could horn it. Somehow I don't think the robot's going to be interested in the blowing or the horning. I don't know. Is it you or is it me? Are we crazy to think that maybe you can't just like suck and fuck your way out of this one? I know. It's fun. You ever have a friend like that? They're like, what's the answer? Maybe we could blow the professor. You ever have somebody like that, like back in high school or college, and they're like, I did not study, but I'm going to go to their office hours afterwards, and I'm going to close the door, and I'm going to see if we can work something out. Now, if you don't think that's happened before in life, raise your hand. If you're raising your hand, you're an ignorant son of a bitch. I actually had a friend of mine from back in the day tell me that. She was like, you know, I did not study for this, let's just call it chemistry test. I was like, oh shit. She's like, but it was a kind of a cute professor. Fucking talking too much. It was kind of a cute professor. And so what we did was Like I just went to his office hours. I'm slowing it down to make it more fun for you, the most ultra. You understand? Just like I went to his office hours. And nobody was there. And so like I just flirted with him for a few minutes, and I went over and I locked the door because the office hours had just ended. And I pulled the little blinds down, and I took my tits out, and I sucked his cock, and I got an A. I guess I'm good at sucking cock. And that's when you say to yourself, you know what? I think I did high school wrong. I think I did high school very wrong. You know, because I had some, let's be honest, I had some good looking teachers. Not all of them. But if I only knew that that was an option, that I could just, you know, when geometry wasn't working out, I could just go to their office hours and I could say, hey, how's it going? I like that shirt. You know what I mean? It was a cool shirt. You come here often? Yeah. Hey, what do you think about colored paper? That's kind of cool, isn't it? When you put it in the printer and then you put some fun fonts on the colored paper. It's like people are like, what's that? You know, when you put it up in the hallway and stuff. I always thought you were real creative with that, you know. I always thought you were real good at that. Yeah. No. Yeah, Miss Stevenson, I know. Baby, listen, I know. Can I call you that, baby? I think that, listen, baby, take no offense, all right, but you are just top notch when it comes to the bulletin board. I mean, my God, you really just, I gotta tell you, the way that you place the things up there, you know, my favorite thing, Miss Stevenson, when you go to that bulletin board and you just stand there and you really look at it for a while. You know, I'm behind you and I can see that you're really just, you know, you first off, you have an exquisite choice of dresses. I got to tell you that. But you really, I like when you reach all the way up to the top and you just place it. You know, you find a way to just. Sometimes don't let this, you know, throw you for a loop or nothing. But sometimes, you know, it really just, you know, your dress rises up and exposes those heels, you know, really accentuates the heels you wear. My goodness, I gotta tell you, Miss Stevenson, those are incredible heels. Okay, I gotta say, beautiful, you know what I'm saying? And then, like, I just go over to the door and I lock it, you know, like fucking, that's never gone wrong. You know, like the guy from NBC4, Matt Lauer, you know, that never went wrong for a guy, right? And you just lock it, you just draw the shades, and you just take your cock out, and you're like, Miss Stevenson, I didn't study for the test. I wish I knew that was an option, you know what I'm saying? I think it was an option. It's just that Miss Stevenson would have hit the panic security button, and then she would have taken out a gun and shot me right there in the classroom, because this is America. And you know what I'm saying? I don't know what to tell you. We all get a different deal in this life, you know? I can't be mad at somebody who gets out of a fucking, you know, chemistry test because they suck off a professor, you know what I'm saying? Listen, that's not the way that I would have to do it. It just wouldn't work out that way. I would have to come at it from a different way. But I respect the way that you do it, is the point of all this, okay? And I would hope that you'll respect the way that we do things around here. You don't have to nag at us nightly, okay? You don't have to send us complaints and threats, all right? Just enjoy the fact that these two are getting exposure. Not just on the screen, all right? But when we're not doing this, trust that we're in a bedroom, ass naked, and they are earning everything they're getting, okay? It's not about money. It's not about money. Ask any of these fucking restaurant owners around here, they're not going to give you a lot of money if you want to put a show together. But they say, hey, you know what you will get? You're going to get some exposure. And that's something you can count on. You know what I mean? And it's nothing to complain about. All right? So stop being jealous. Stop being haters. Okay? Just because people are trying to get their business on, we ain't coming out there and harassing you. All right? We're just harassing each other. Sexually. Every time we're not here with you, we are. Again, I cannot describe to you what these two will do for just a little chance of fame. I mean, you don't understand where they've come from, okay? They are just absolutely eager pleasers. You know what I'm saying? You ever had an eager pleaser? Just like, can't wait to sometimes you gotta tell them like, yo, I need some space. Because they're always trying to get ahead of each other. They always want to be the next one to like and get at it. And, it's like, sometimes I gotta go out. I gotta meet people. Can't spend all day in bed. Do you ever feel like that? You do. You do, because you're a bunch of naughty no-no sayers. I know it. I know you're a bunch of naughty people out there. I get it. I do. But just understand, all right? It's consensual. And they're getting a lot out of this deal. Exposure is the most important thing you can offer someone, right? Don't tell them otherwise, please. I can't afford to lose them. I need them. I need them in my life. They're very important to me. Almost as important as you, but these two are very, very, very important to me, okay? They're my strength. They're my fucking rocks. They're the wind beneath my wings, okay? They're my henchmen. And they also suck my cock. Until next time, I love you motherfuckers. Have a great day on Girth, baby.